Happy Friday, first graders. Hope you're having a good day so far. I'm outside because it's a beautiful day. Hope you get outside too for a little exercise. But I'm going to do a read aloud today by one of my favorite authors. So today's book is Goggles by Ezra Jack Keats. Great author, great illustrator, just like you guys. So let's read Goggles. But first, we got to put on our goggles. There we go. Now we're ready. Goggles by Ezra Jack Keats. There's the opening picture there. Archie, look what I found, Peter shouted through the pipe. Motorcycle goggles. Archie watched Peter through the hole. He listened and smiled. So you can see the pipe there. They're talking through. And he's looking through the hole in the board there. Over there. Peter and Archie. Peter ran to the hideout and put on the goggles. Aren't they great? He asked. Archie smiled and nodded. Peter said, Let's go over to your house and sit on the steps. Archie nodded. Pretty cool goggles. They started off. Suddenly, some big boys appeared. Give us those goggles, kid. No, they're mine, Peter said. His dog Willie growled. Archie, hold Willie, said Peter. Uh-oh. Trouble. Well, what do you think? Are they going to run? Are they going to give him the goggles? Peter stuffed the goggles into his pocket and put up his fists. Archie gasped. Peter turned to see if something was wrong. Wow. Peter was ready to defend himself there, wasn't he? The next thing he knew, he was knocked to the ground. Everyone stared at the goggles. Oh, that was not very nice. You probably had times where kids weren't nice to you. Before anyone could move, Willie snatched the goggles and ran through a hole in the fence. The big boys chased after him. Meet you at the hideout, whispered Peter. You go this way, I'll go that way. They won't know where we're going. Willie will find us. Good old Willie. Willie's got the goggles. Smart dog. Think they'll catch Willie? Peter raced to the hideout. He sank down as low as he could. Footsteps! The big boys, they followed me. Peter held his breath. Why is he holding his breath? Archie! It was Archie. No Willie. What was that? Archie looked through the hole. There were the big boys, and there was Willie. They would see him. You see Willie's tail? Archie stared at the pipe. Suddenly he spoke. Here, Willie, through the pipe, fast. Can Willie fit through that pipe? Willie! And what's he got? He's got the motorcycle goggles. Peter peeked through the hole. The big boys were coming. Closer and closer. Uh-oh. What do you think's going to happen? Peter took a deep breath. Then he yelled through the pipe, "Willie, meet us at the parking lot. Head for the parking lot." One of the big boys yelled, "Let's go." Oh, do you see how he's tricking them? See the end of that pipe down there? Those big boys heard his voice through the pipe. Oh, I think he tricked them. Peter, Archie, and Willie crept out of the hideout. When they reached the fence, they got up and ran. Oh, there they are. They got to Archie's house. Archie laughed and said, "We sure fooled him, didn't we?" "We sure did," said Peter, handing him the goggles. "Things look real fine now," Archie said. "They sure do," said Peter. Don't you wish you had some good goggles like that? And that is the end of goggles. Well, you may not have goggles, but you might have something else you found that you consider a treasure. So maybe you can think of a time that you found something that you thought was really cool or special. Uh, that's a treasure. Maybe you even still have it in your room somewhere or in your house. So I hope you have a great Friday. You can text me back and tell me about your treasure. If you have it, you have it. You can take a picture of it and send it to me. But I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll start Read Aloud's up again on Monday. So I miss you guys. Um, Hopefully it won't be too long before we get to go back to school. But until then, enjoy your families. Be safe. I'll talk to you soon.